I want to be kinder. I want to be kinder to myself. I want to be kinder to others. I want to be able to have heart. Compassion, these things are really important. We have to try to integrate ourselves, and those tensions between, it's sort of back to us as a worker and us as a soul. Many of us are optimizing one at the expense of the other. And I struggle with social media, and I struggle with people making threats against our families, and I struggle with just how much pain people are in. And if there's one message I would like to push out there, you're responsible, everybody, all of us, myself included, with struggling. Struggle mightily, because it's nobody else's job to do your struggle for you. Now, with that said, if you're struggling and you're trying to figure out how to better yourself and where you've failed and where you've let down your family, your friends, your workers, all this kind of stuff, give yourself a break. If it's not working out, I have a lifelong relationship with failure and success. There's been no period of my life where both haven't been present in one form or another. And I do wish to say that a lot of times people think this is glamorous. I'm about to go, do a show with Sam Harris. People are going to listen in on two guys having a conversation on stage. It's completely crazy. I'm always trying to figure out how to make sure that those people get maximum value. And that's why I'm doing this podcast. Just give yourself a break. You owe us your struggle. You don't owe your family or your coworkers or your lovers or your family members success. As long as you're in there and you're picking yourself up, recognize that this new situation with the economy that doesn't have the juice to sustain our institutions has caused the people who've risen to the top of those institutions to get quite brutal and cruel. Everybody is lying at the moment. Nobody's really a truth teller. Try to keep your humanity about you. Try to recognize that if you're failing, if things aren't where you want them to be, and you're struggling and you're trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, what you could do, it's not necessarily all your fault. We are in a global situation. I have not met the people who are honest, kind, good, successful. Nobody that I've met is checking all the boxes. Nobody's getting all tens. So I just think that's an important message that doesn't get pushed out enough. Either people want to hold society responsible for their failures, which is not reasonable. You have to struggle, you have to try. Or they want to say you're 100% responsible for your failures, which is total nonsense.
While I was listening to Eric Weinstein, I had all these thoughts, and a million thoughts, and I think, this thought would be really useful to put out into the world, and that thought, but I had to really slow down and understand and reflect on what was he really trying to say. And and then he said something that I didn't agree with at first, and then I had to think about why I didn't agree with it. And he said that we don't owe our family and our lovers success. We owe them our struggle. And as long as we're getting up every day and doing what we have to do, it's good enough, and we need to give ourselves a break. And I was trying to figure out, why did I not want to agree with that? And it's this need and desire for success, right? We all have this need and desire for success. It comes to our work, our personal relationships, our romantic relationships, our hobbies, everything. We want to be successful. But we do have to learn how to give ourselves a break and understand that everything is not within our control. I preach a lot about self-responsibility, but you can't just be fully responsible for yourself. If you're at a stoplight and someone crashes into the back of you, you weren't responsible and you couldn't do anything about it, and it could completely affect your life. So really take a break and thrive within the struggle. Just as when I'm working with people in my office, I work with them in the struggle. That's everything that I do, so that you can find your success. And I don't give advice usually immediately or for a long time, because you have to struggle when you're in my office or working with a therapist, right? You have to struggle so the successes are yours. The successes aren't your therapist's successes. That's all the thoughts I have for it right now. But yeah, this was Mr. Ayala, modern psychoanalytical psychotherapist, relationship specialist, and I'll see you all next time.